And it starts. And it starts. All right. Today, I got the best point forward build out here for real. I got two of them. Matter of fact, this one right here that I'm showing you, this is the one for if you have shooters on your team. If you have shooters on your team, this is the one you're gonna want to use. I'm gonna make a video about both the builds, but I haven't put the money on the other build, but it's exactly like this one. Just the stats are changed around, so I know it's gonna work. It gets all the same dribble animations. It gets all the same dunk animations, even more. It's got better finishing, better shooting. This build is a better finisher and a better playmaker. I mean, well, it's not a better finisher, but it has better post control. It has a 99 post control, and you get Hall of Fame quick first step. So that makes for a better finisher and to a certain degree. But the other one has a max stats. So we're gonna start. I'm just showing the video. This is from a rec game. I'm just trying to showcase the build. Show you guys what it's really talking about. I'm gonna drop a video on it in a second. So boom, right there off top, 12% covered. I was going for a dunk. That I actually have my layup timing on, so I was going for a dunk. If my timing doesn't come up, that means I was gonna dunk the ball, and he took me out the animation. So I'm glad to see that this year you can. If you get took out the animation, at least you have a high chance of making a layup. Like you don't get speared out the air. Like it still does happen. We've seen it, but nowhere near like it did on 22, where you would just get thrown out the air. And there you go. You see me greening the layup. I use timing. I'm gonna make a video on the timing too, and what good layup packages are good for that. And you guys are just gonna see in this game. I'm going at him. You can dribble with this build. This build has an 80 ball control. All right. And I'm gonna also make another video. I should have got that black, but I don't have chase down artist yet. But uh, I'm gonna make a video on my SIGs too, because I'm sure that move right there, y'all are gonna want to know how to do that. I'm gonna make a separate video on that, and I'm gonna showcase a couple of things with that. I'm not gonna tell y'all what it is in here, cause I gotta watch the other video. You know what I'm saying? I gotta watch the other video. But look, I hopped into the red game. We ended up losing this game because the people I was playing with, they had just hopped on, and they haven't played yet. So it was all just new shit. Like niggas only really played my career at this point. So we didn't. I was kind of like the one man offense. So I mean, it is what it is. We win like I have like an 80, 90 win percentage in the rec. We won a couple pro-am games, and I missed the dunk. I only missed two dunks. I only missed two dunks this year so far. Since that's it this year, like it was. But I only missed two dunks so far, so that's a big upgrade from last year. And you see me greening again. Like I said, I'm gonna make a SIGs video and tell you what I'm using and how I'm using it. In this video, I didn't really have a lot of badges, and I also have a super low steal, and you're gonna see me get a lot of those interceptions. But there I go with the and one. This build is quick, man, and it's not even my speed's not even all the way up yet. So I kind of like didn't rush the speed because I just felt like I'd be cool because I worked. I just used on ball speed. That's kind of where I was at with it, and I think I'm a better finisher. So like with timing like that, I'm gonna green a lot of layups. I do. I green a lot of layups for sure. Even like heavily contested ones like 50s and stuff. And I know a lot of people are gonna say like, oh well, you can do fucking green again. Like you can do timing off, and you're gonna make those laps anyway. They're not like super super uncontested or super super contested, but that's not really the point of it. The point of the timing is so that you got like full control over your player. And look at me with the dime. And this build also gets Hall of Fame dimer with the quick first step, and you could get Hall of Fame post, but I'm gonna get Hall of Fame unpluckable instead. But so I'm gonna make a video on the core badges too, because that's the only way I'm gonna get both of those. So I'm gonna make a video on that too. It's a lot of videos coming out today. I'm just gonna like put them all out, like all my ideas, everything's going out right now that I have, and we're gonna go from there. But I'm trying to tell y'all, this game, I love this game. This game is super good. Like this is the best I feel playing 2K in a long time. I just feel so open. Like you can make whatever build you want. Like it's like it's really up to your play style. Slashing right now is kind of like dominant over shooting, but like I done play some teams that don't miss already, so it makes the game a lot harder when you can like when you're playing against a team that doesn't miss. Like for real, like it's an issue because A lot of the times those type of teams have like 6'8", 6'9" centers, and they're stretching the floor, and they can rebound too and stuff. So like the only way to combat that is to have a dominant big on your team, or you just be doing the same thing as them, or like how I'm playing right here. This team wasn't bad, but like I said, my team just didn't have any experience on the game. The other team, they just kind of leveled up a little bit already, but I didn't really even have that much. But I already knew like my sigs and my moves that I had and like what I was gonna do because I played for like a day already. So uh, basically, when you playing like a team that can make all these shots, it is tough. So it's important that you get your timing down. I'm noticing a lot more people as the days go on being able to shoot, and I'm really happy with that because I don't want people complaining. Like I know it can be hard to shoot on here, but I don't really have a problem shooting. I make most of my jumpers. I shoot like 60%. I only have a mid range on this player. I make like 60% of my mid ranges. So I don't take that many, but if I'm like wide open, yeah, I'll just take it and I'll green it. I hit a lot of contested ones too, and I don't even have shooting badges, so I had like 24s and shit like that. And I could do fades, so that's all if it's necessary. I don't really like taking those kind of shots because my shit's not like super high. But yeah, I have no problem shooting on this game. So I don't want them to change it. So I'm glad people are starting to hit a little more. I still see a ton of people struggling though, but for the most part, I do see a lot of people getting better, and that's always good to see it. Look at me with this dime. Look at like this player is good, bro. Like you can really play PG with this build with no problem. Like especially when I get the Hall of Fame unpluckable, because we just played the team. We beat the fuck out of them though, but they was spamming. Like they was just spamming square, and they was getting a lot of picks with no fouls. And that was the only time that happened the entire time. I played like 30 rec games, like, and it was the only time that this has happened. Um, in the pro am, we haven't experienced like really good defenders, and there I go with another green. We haven't experienced like crazy defenders, but we did play some really good teams. We ended up losing the game to a free throw, just one game. That's so annoying. We lost because we missed a free throw. Somebody gave up a dunk, and then it was just like triple overtime. And you know how triple overtime could go. Anybody could win at that point. So basically, this game does have a skill gap. Like it really does, and I feel that like on 22, I would lose a lot in the wreck, and I'm like, I don't lose. I don't even lose. Like I barely lost. Like the times we lost here, I swear I was like fucking drunk. One game, I shot like 2 of 12, and I shoot 70% from the field. So I don't, I don't shoot 2 of 12 regularly. But yeah, I was fucked up. I was like very late timing and everything on my layups. But that was one game. We lost another. That was like fucking. I think we just got blew the fuck out one game. Yeah, like that's the only time that's happened. Like them niggas was good. They was good as fuck, and we were just wasn't ready for that type of play yet. Like in terms of they shooting, like they could really shoot that bitch. They was really shooting that bitch, but they had that 6'9" center with they had that situation going. So it was like an adjustment because our big couldn't really handle him because he could take him off the dribble too and shoot. So it was kind of like it was tough on us. And we don't really run zone. We just run man because we're like we're not. Why are we sweating that hard in the rec? But everybody in the rec is coming in first possession running the zone, and that shit is lame to me. I think that's pussy shit, but it is what it is. We just start running zones back, and it's amazing how like we'll be down 10 and we're like fuck it, let's do the zone. And we'll do the zone and we'll be up 40. So it's like, bro, you're not good. Like, do you realize that you're in the zone because you're not good. You can't guard your man. So when we get in the zone, y'all can't score at all. That means that you could never score before. You was just getting by on ISO plays and trying to like like cheap shit, close shots at the rim, like stand the layups. Like you just getting by on that. So I don't know, man. It's a great game though. Like it's not a lot of BS going on. The dunking is so much better. Like you can do a lot more, and it's really good, man. I really mess with it. I like it. I love it. So like I said, this the end of this game. Like I said, we lost. Hey, it is what it is. We don't have too many L's on the record at all yet. And this player got a big like skill gap that I'm using. So you're gonna want to use this as a rebirth player. The other one I'm telling you about, you're gonna be, excuse me, you're gonna be able to use that like off top, like soon as you make them. So I'm gonna show you both of them. All right, And that's pretty much the end of the game. So ain't nothing really else to see. I showed y'all the scoreboard, and like I said, it was the guys like they ain't really played yet, so it was like their first game. So it just happens. But I'm gonna show y'all all that, all right, and I'm gonna be back.